Alright, y'all read the title. This is my ranking of all the Black Ops 6 launch maps. I'm not going to include Nuketown. These are just going to be the launch 6v6 maps. So also no strike maps. Now let's keep in mind that this is an opinion of mine. So let's not murder me in the comments, alright? Let's get to the video. Some of you may know that I don't like playing on very small sized maps. At least all the time. I do get some enjoyment out of playing on them, but I prefer the medium to large scale maps. Babylon is frustrating, not because of the close combat chaos, but the possibility of getting spawn trapped. Shipment does not have this problem. Rust and MW3 had horrible spawns and you could get spawn trapped, but you wouldn't spawn in the enemy's line of sights. Babylon does that and it's annoying. Escaping a spawn trap takes skill, yes, but that skill becomes useless when you die before you can even move. I like spawn trapping since taking control of the map means that you have the advantage of pinning the enemy. But spawn trapping should not be strong on small maps. I also gotta mention the stupid high ground. High ground that has cover makes a small map play bad. Rust has this problem, but it's not the size of Shipment. Babylon is. The combination of my dislike for small maps, the stupid high ground, and the ridiculous spawn trap definitely makes this the worst for me. The worst map for me was a small map. The second worst map for me is one of the largest maps in the game. Red Card feels like a Warzone location that was added as a 6v6 map. The flow is terrible and I'm constantly running around trying to find people and parts of the map just feel so unnecessary. Just look at the layout of the map. Oh wait, this is Piccadilly from Modern Warfare. Look at the layout. The street part of the map is probably the weirdest area in the game, and if they just cut it out, then I think the map would have played a bit better. Oh wait, no, never mind. This part is the weirdest part. Why is this out of bounds? This doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. I just mistook Red Card's layout for Piccadilly, so I think my reasons for this being the second worst is okay. Lowtown feels like Grasna Raid from Modern Warfare, and that's not a good thing. The launch maps of MW 2019 were atrocious. It feels like Grasna Raid because it takes place in an area where there are destroyed buildings. Yeah, aesthetics wise, yeah. Well, it also feels like Grasna Raid because of how many random spots there are. There's just so many camping spots here, it gets ridiculous. You want to pull your hair out. This map is garbage, and the layout sucks. Making a map bigger does not make me like it. It has to have a good layout. This is not a good layout. Oh, and the water? The water is dumb. Unlike MW3's Greece or MW2's Zarqwa Hydroelectric, Lowtown does not utilize water well, but it feels like it's trying to. A map like Sub Base has water, but the water is not meant to be an important part of the map, nor is it trying to. The only reason this is better than Red Card for me is because I'm not running around for a long time trying to find someone. We're getting to the point where I don't dislike maps, but they're on the lower end of the list because I just prefer other maps to these ones. Or how most people would say nowadays, it's mid. I'm neutral with Derelict. Yes, some games I'll love it, others I'd wish for its existence to cease, but as I'm making this video, I don't have any real love or hatred for it. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't mind it. It's a small map, but it's not as small as Shipment. It's more like Nuketown and Shoot House small, and those are the maps that I like when it comes to small map chaos. The cluster crap of trains in the middle can be annoying, but I find it fun. Take some notes, Santa Senya border crossing. I guess my only dislike for it is the high ground on both sides of the map. However, that's because I'm an idiot and die way too many times to people sitting up there. While this is another Shipment small map, it plays 100 times better than Babylon. I've never been spawn trapped here, and I love the giant doors that you can open or close. It adds some sort of strategy when the objective is in the middle, or you could just open it for the fun of it. There's also no high ground, which is a plus when it's a tiny map. I lied, you can actually go on top of the plains, but it's not as impressive as Babylon's high ground. There's also more cover here, so that you're not always out in the open. I wouldn't mind if this map had a 24/7 playlist. I've seen some people's opinions on this map where they absolutely despise it. I don't share that opinion, but it is another small map where close range guns are going to dominate, and it's really starting to annoy me. The layout isn't bad, but the area is so cramped that it plays similarly to a Shipment map, and we already know that we have enough of those. This spot on the stairs is frustrating if you are the one trying to go up them. Whoever is sitting up there is guaranteed to get the first shot. This map does have a unique door though. The reason why this is higher than Subsonic is because it is a bit bigger than Subsonic, and I appreciate it, but it's still small. This, in my opinion, is a better payback. It has the main building in the middle, which benefits closer engagements, but it also has a nice option of the outside areas of the map, which can fit for more longer range fights. It's pretty much a 3-lane map. This is one of the maps where you will get very mixed opinions. Unlike Babylon, which many people agree is a bad map, Rewind has the mixed opinions of, this map is bad, to, I like it. I'm on the I like it side, but I'm not gonna cry if it doesn't come back. If it were in any other Call of Duty with better map pools, I probably would rank this on the lower end. It's one of the biggest maps in the game, which is a trait that it shares with Red Card. What it doesn't share is how many parts of the map feel unnecessary. It has an underground area that you can use to flank, which is almost always a plus. The two buildings having windows where players can fight longer range fights is something that I surprisingly don't hate. If people are camping there, well, both buildings have zip lines that you can use to get the jump on them. This map benefits every playstyle, from camping, long or close range fights. That's something that this game lacks with many of its maps, so I appreciate it. We're getting to the point where these are the maps that I actually like, and wouldn't mind seeing them come back in a future COD game. Scud is probably the best map for sniping. It's very open with two buildings and a dominating power position, sort of similar to MW3's Dome. Yes, people camp in that power position, but I don't find it to be that bad. The buildings are where some objectives will spawn, and that brings in the close combat. This is one of the maps where I feel like every weapon class can shine. It's open enough for the LMGs, assault rifles, sniper, and marksman rifles to be useful, while also having the close combat potential for shotguns, pistols, SMGs. So I feel like this works really well. I did say something similar about Rewind and Protocol, but they're not open enough for those longer range guns to be truly great. I know I crapped on small maps a lot in this video, so I'm gonna put Skyline here at the number 3 spot. I honestly think that if this map launched in the older titles, it would be a fan favorite. It's a 3-lane classic map that is small. I also crapped on high ground existing on small maps, but when that high ground can be challenged by another high ground, that balances the map, and I think it works well here. One of my favorite parts of Skyline is how it has an underground flank system, and in there you can reboot security, which shuts the doors down in this room. So if an objective spawns there and your team has it secured, there's no harm in going down there and rebooting it. The spawns are not that bad for a small map, so you have the time to breathe. If Nuketown did not come back, I know, unrealistically, then I think Skyline would have been the map to have a 24/7 playlist. I know I said that Subsonic would have been a cool candidate, but I'm saying that Skyline should have been. This might be a hot take, but I'm placing Furkuta in second place. I like it. Classic 3-lane map with some twists. This one seems the closest to a classic Call of Duty map. The flanks, power positions, line of sights? Come on. There's a reason why this map was the first one I made a guide for. The power positions feel fair. They can be powerful, but have the downsides of a simple flank. If I die to someone that's sitting on them, I can just take a flank and kill them. I know some people hate this map, and I can't blame you. However, I can't help but place this map in the top 2. I think that this is the best map in the game. It flows well, it's not too small, but not red card big where half the map is barely used. The spawns aren't bad, which is saying a lot for this game. In my opinion, maps that have long and close range fights are great, and Vault does that. Yes, people camp, but the places where most people camp at, they're not overlooking a line of sight that shuts you down. I don't have much else to say since it's easier to talk about a map that's bad than it is to talk about one that's good. Alright, this is the end of the video, and I gotta apologize to y'all. This video has taken me a while to make. I've been so busy, but with Season 1 about to arrive, I'm gonna make more map guides on both the launch maps and those new maps. Thank you all for watching, I'll see you on the next one.